Hey everyone, welcome back. As always, my name is Oz. Today we're continuing our playthrough of Danganronpa Trigger Happy Havoc. So it's fitting that this would be our opening screen because in the last episode we investigated the death of Chihiro. Unfortunate, I really liked her. But in this episode we are going through the second class trial, so buckle up. It's gonna be a bumpy ride. Here we all are.
So is anyone ready to... What? Am I blind? Or are we missing someone?
Yeah, Toko's not here.
And Toko is...
You really don't remember her?
Come on. Kidding! I'm just kidding. How can I forget that little nut job? She's a crucial part of the class trial this time. What are you gonna do?
Oh, he's glitching out. What's going on?
Okie dokie, I'll go ahead and drag her out here, kicking and screaming. Just one moment, please.
He was glitching like a mofo. And just like he said, a few minutes later, he reappeared dragging Toko behind him. Is it just my game glitching?
I told him I didn't want to, but he forced me. I can't believe you would drag a girl around. Terrible! You're terrible!
I guess it's just that frame that's glitching, like when it goes to the side like that, because he's not glitched right here, which is weird.
Phew! Now, everyone's here, right? Okay then, hustle into the elevator and let's just get this show on the road! I'll see you guys down there.
Let's go.
So shall we all get going? It's time to find out who killed Chihiro. Chihiro Fujisaki. She was so gentle, so calm and meek. Nobody had any problems with her. This is glitched out too. What the hell is going on, man? Someone made the choice to kill a girl like that. Okay, see, it's better. I had to reload the game. I'm sorry. And that murderer is one of us. Someone standing right here. We have no choice, right? We have to do this.
It's true.
Yes. I gave a small nod in reply. With one last deep breath, I walked towards the elevator on shaky legs. With each step forward, I could feel my heart starting to race faster and faster. As soon as everyone was on, the elevator began to descend. I couldn't get a handle on my emotions. Couldn't stop speculating. It's glitchy on here too. I don't know what's going on with my game, guys. I'm sorry. The steel box sank with heavy clunking sounds deeper and deeper into the ground. And as we went deeper, the uneasiness in my heart grew bigger and bigger. The elevator was unaffected, however, and continued to descend without hesitation. Until finally, it came to a sudden stop.
What do you think? I'd redecorate it. Isn't it so fresh? Isn't it exciting?
Don't waste our time with stupid questions. Let's get this over with.
Good. You rip round to go. Gotta say, I don't hate it. Not at all. Well... Okay then, let's get this show on the road. Thrills, chills, kills. Everyone, please find your assigned seats.
I'm so sorry. I don't know why it's glitchy. And so the curtain opened once again. A deadly judgment, a deadly deception, a deadly betrayal, a deadly riddle, a deadly defense, a deadly faith. Why is it always this? A deadly class trial. Finish preparations. Okay, class trial. All rise.
Let's begin with a basic explanation of the class trial. So, your votes will determine the results. If you can figure out who done it, then only they will receive punishment. But if you pick the wrong one, then I'll punish everyone besides the blackened, and the one that deceived everyone else will graduate. Okay then. So, first off, let's talk about the murder weapon!
First, we have to make clear what was used to deliver the fatal blow. Alright. Here we go. Make your argument. Locker room dumbbell. Yep, that's exactly what killed her.
Chihiro's fatal injury. It appears it was a head wound.
Sure was.
According to the Monokuma file, the killer used a blunt instrument. But what kind of blunt instrument could it have been?
I bet it was an iron pipe.
Oh, no.
Interesting. That certainly would make for a powerful weapon.
That's right. That's how you do it. You're wrong!
No, it's wrong.
Sorry, it's been a while since I played.
Can we agree that the object that dealt the fatal blow was the dumbbell, found at the scene of the crime? It was covered in blood, and there was nothing else at the scene that could have caused that kind of injury.
And the wound on the victim's head is consistent with the shape of the dumbbell.
I'm so sorry if the glitching is a little, you know, breaking the immersion for people. I've tried resetting the game. I don't know what's going on. I am so sorry.
As far as I'm concerned, there's no mistake and no room for doubt on this one.
You looked at her head wound?
Yes! That's so creepy!
You're meant to look at everything, you dumbass.
If you don't mind, I will proceed from here. Let's move on to discussion of the culprit. Although, I believe the criminal behind this heinous act is already quite clear.
What? For real?
Chihiro's killer is the fiendish serial killer, Genocide Jack.
Genocide Jack, the fiendish serial killer. Did he really kill Chihiro? Look at that and have fun. Genocide Jack case file. Okay.
The culprit is Genocide Jack. I'm sure. Case
All right.
closed, as far as I'm concerned.
But that's impossible.
Why? What makes it impossible?
Well, I mean, come on. There's just no proof for it.
No, it's wrong.
Here's the proof. Hina. Here's the proof.
I might know one reason he could be involved.
What?
I found this file while I was looking around the archive in the library. I guess it's some kind of confidential file the police put together about the Genocide Jack case.
What? That's kinda weird as shit, isn't it? What was something like that doing in the library?
The why of it is probably more trouble than it's worth. So let's forget about that for now. More importantly, it outlines all the specifics of every Genocide Jack case in exceeding detail. According to the file, there appear to be two defining characteristics in every Genocide Jack case. The first is that a bloody message is found written at the scene of every murder.
Oh, that's right. Boob lust.
No. It's actually bloodlust.
But more important is the other characteristic, and it's something that has never been made public.
Never made public? What the hell is it?
Why don't you tell them, Makoto?
Other characteristic of every Genocide Jack case doesn't know. If I'm not mistaken,
I got it!
the way the body was
Apparently,
positioned.
in every Genocide Jack case, the killer suspends the body in a certain way. Other than the killer, the only people who know about this are the higher-ups in the police department.
However, Chihiro was most definitely suspended in the same way.
No, she was not.
So, how did the culprit know about this when only high-level police officials were aware of it?
But if you look at the Genocide Jack case, they were suspended with scissors, not with a rope
There's
or whatever.
only one logical answer I can think of. It's because the culprit in this case is the real Genocide Jack.
Look at his picture just freaking out over there. They do that when they're excited.
No fucking way!
You're saying Genocide Jack is one of us?
Yes. In fact, it's Toko.
Wow. Okay. It just outed her.
Genocide Jack's true identity is Toko Fukawa.
You lie!
What? Hey, okay, wait, hold on a sec. Toko has, like, Bloodophobia or whatever, remember? What kind of serial killer is afraid of blood?
Is Toko Genocide Jack? The answer is yes and no.
Oh dear. Okay. Interesting.
Another riddle. Man, why is this gotta be so complicated?
It's a riddle for sure, but I feel like I understand it. What it means for Genocide Jack to be Toko, but also to not be Toko. The answer is that she's not just one person, but multiple people, right? Yeah, she has a multiple personality disorder. Hangman's Gambit. Oh, okay. I don't... Is C one of them? I don't... I don't know. Oh, Schizo! She's Schizo.
Now I understand.
That was a weird one.
Is it because Genocide Jack has a split personality?
Huh?
I think I read that somewhere in the file too. They thought that the suspect might have, what did they call it? Dissociative identity disorder.
Oh, okay. But still, to go and say that about Miss Fukawa is...
I mean, it seems right. Did you not hear what she was mumbling?
Perfectly acceptable. Toko's strange behavior after seeing the body is proof enough that she has a split personality.
One thing that shows Toko could have, her behavior changed. Her behavior did change.
You're talking about how she started acting totally different than usual, right?
That's right. Think back. She fainted when she saw Chihiro's corpse, and then, when she woke up...
She was acting funny, that's for sure. That melancholy tone of hers completely disappeared.
Don't go assigning adjectives to my tone without permission.
Not to mention, once she regained consciousness and saw Chihiro's body again, she was utterly calm.
Ooh, calm.
In other words, within her is one personality that can't handle blood, and one that obviously can.
Dun dun dun!
So when Toko trapped herself in her room, it's because she was scared of Genocide Jack?
Yep.
The reason she locked herself in her room wasn't to keep other people from getting in. It was to keep her other personality from getting out.
What?
Toko was afraid. Afraid of the murderous fiend inside of her. Of killing even more people.
You think she would have been afraid of that from the beginning?
How? Yeah. How can you know all this?
I do believe you misunderstood her. What she's trying to say isn't, how can you know all this? No. What she wants to know is, how could you tell them?
Oh.
Huh?
Last night, just before Monokuma gave his motive speech, Toko and I had a strange conversation.
Ooh? Juicy.
She told me a most interesting story. She said a murderous fiend lived within her, and she was afraid it could appear and attack at any time.
Oh.
And that trepidation is what's caused her to have such a bleak attitude. Isn't that right, Toko?
This is all a lie. Right, Toko?
No, unfortunately.
Said you wouldn't tell anyone. What? You promised! I can't believe you lied!
You have only yourself to blame. You came to me with your tragic little story. I didn't ask you to. This is the real world, not some romantic fantasy fairy tale.
Oof. He, dealing her quite the blow there.
Besides, you broke your promise first. You said that as long as you were here, no matter what, you wouldn't let Genocide Jack kill anyone. But in spite of that promise...
I don't think Genocide Jack killed them.
That if I kept my promise, you would go out with me. That's the only reason I promised.
How many times do I have to tell you? I never said that. But
Oofing.
you weren't able to do it. You just couldn't resist that rush you got from killing, could you?
I tried. I swear I tried to control it.
But your efforts were useless. What a disappointment.
I hate you.
Well, the opening act is nearly finished. All that's left is to hear from the person in question directly.
The person? You don't mean...
I don't like that face on her. Toko's body suddenly lunged backwards. A huge thud echoed across the courtroom. But in the next second...
Well, hello there. Is it me you were hoping to see?
Oh god, her voice is a lot like Monokuma's. How am I gonna make them different?
What the heck? So you figured it out, huh? Well, whatever. What are you gonna do?
Genocide Jill. Okay.
I'm the ultimate murderous fiend, Genocide Jack! Or better yet, let's go with Genocide Jill!
Oh dear.
What the fuck is this?
What happened to you?
Not Toko. That's a loser name. And what happened is a textbook split personality. So what if one of them happens to be a serial killer? You should turn a blind eye to one's faults.
Oh lord.
So intense.
Indeed she is.
Like they say, sound in murderous mind, sound in murderous body.
This one is so different from the one we've come to know.
Yes, well, the world is composed of a front and a back, you know. Just like how every inning has a top and a bottom, or how in the depths of every truth lives a little lie. Behind every dark and gloomy soul lives another that shines as bright as the sun!
Wow. This is the murderous fiend Genocide Jack? This is beyond insane.
Miss Jack, Jill, can I ask you a question?
What's up?
Some of us think you might be the mastermind behind our entire situation. What are your thoughts on that?
Well, I'll tell you. I am the mastermind of all masterminds! Just kidding!
Then it's not true?
Nah, I don't think she... Why would she imprison herself in here?
Of course it's not true! How dare you try to link me to that creepazoid? And another thing, the police and government and society in the outside world are totally powerless! I mean, they just let this idiotic, bloodthirsty maniac go buck wild all over town!
They sure did.
Sure, I'm a bloodthirsty maniac, but life is pain, right? To live is to hurt other people. It's a necessary evil if you want to survive. The act of living itself causes pain for everyone. Just kidding again!
This should be enough to convince you. This murderous fiend is responsible for Chihiro's death. There's clearly a motive, so there should be no doubt.
A motive?
Remember what Monokuma told us? If someone didn't murder and graduate within 24 hours, an embarrassing memory or secret would be revealed. Well, let's assume that Toko's secret was about Genocide Jack. If a secret like that came to light, Toko's life would have undoubtedly been forever ruined. So she had a very clear motive to never have that side of herself exposed.
True, but if she didn't want the side of her to be exposed, why would she expose it herself?
Interesting. Very, very, very interesting. But sorry, as much as I hate to admit it, I'm not the culprit.
But I cannot imagine anyone other than you could murder someone in such a bizarre fashion.
Maybe so, but nevertheless, it's the truth.
Do you really expect any of us to believe you?
Yeah. I could never believe a word you say, you monster!
Oh dear. Maybe she's totally right about that, but something's still bothering me. What she said, I need to get some more details about all of this. Doesn't she only kill men? Status of the dead body. Okay.
Sorry, but I didn't kill anyone!
You say that, but do you really expect it?
Perhaps if you had an alibi, that would check.
Oh, an alibi, huh? Now we're talking!
When you compare your past murders to this incident, the modus operandi matches...
Nope.
No, it's wrong.
It is wrong. It does not match completely Byakuya.
Are the methods of murder really exactly the same? I'm not so sure about that.
For someone who's spent a lot of time looking at this Byakuya, who happens to be an expert, how did you not see
I
this?
think there's a slight difference between the Genocide Jack cases in this one.
Uh-oh, you don't know? Well then, human garbage, let me tell you! I murder with passion and conviction. I consider myself a professional, and I have a very particular way of doing things. But what happened to Chihiro? It'd be like if that same Italian restaurant started using ragu or Chef Boyardee.
Huh.
This is no creation of mine.
Let me rephrase that. In a way that there are two clear differences between the Genocide Jack cases and this one.
Indeed. There's one clear difference between the murders. In the photo from the other Genocide Jack case, look at the neck and stomach. Here you'll see a clear difference. The victim's fatal injury.
I got it! For one, the cause of death is different.
They were stabbed.
In the Genocide Jack murders, all the victims were killed the same way. According to the case file, they were all apparently killed with a pair of scissors. But Chihiro died from a blow to the head, right?
Indeed.
Ah, yes. That is remarkably different from the other murders.
Wouldn't it be strange for someone who kills the same way without fail to suddenly change their method? And there's more. One more conflicting detail.
That's right. In my recipe of murder, if the bloody message is the tortellini, then the arrangement of the body would be the pesto sauce.
Could you please stop comparing killing people to cooking? So, are you saying the other difference has to do with how the body was arranged?
Indeed. That's right. The second difference is related to how she was suspended. In the photo of the other Genocide Jack cases, all other victims were stabbed through their hands. Here you'll see the clear difference.
I got it!
Yeah, how she was suspended.
Do you remember what the killer used to suspend her? They used some kind of rope to hang her up by her wrists.
What is your point?
Well, in all the previous Genocide Jack cases, something else was used to suspend them.
Scissors.
Specifically, pairs of razor-sharp scissors.
And guess what? I used my own specially designed scissors for the murders and the arrangement. Like I said, I'm a professional, so naturally I'm very picky about the tools I use. And you know what else? Big
Oh,
Mac
dear.
said there's two differences, but he's wrong.
Big Mac? Are you referring to me?
Big Mac.
Listen up, Big Mac. There's actually one more difference.
Huh?
My word, you really didn't notice? Take a look at who the victims were in each Genocide Jack case. There's a pattern there, just waiting to be discovered.
Pattern?
Figure that out, and it'll be plain as death why I couldn't have possibly killed that little lolly girl.
Let's see. There was a pattern surrounding the Genocide Jack victims and Chihiro didn't fit it. If you look at the names of every victim, what you'll notice is... because Chihiro was a girl.
Is it because Chihiro was a girl?
Bingo! Bullseye! Right on the money!
Bingo! Bullseye! Right on the money! I love that sound clip right there.
What are you talking about?
In all the Genocide Jack cases, all the victims had something in common.
They were all guys?
That's right! The people I killed with such passion and conviction are all adorable little men! I can't believe I said it! I'm so embarrassed!
The hell is wrong with you?
What the hell is wrong with you?
I can't help it! I'm just a full-throttle boy-on-boy fangirl, and the movie side of me just hates it. But now I'm on the fast track to becoming a full-fledged fan madam!
So since Chihiro was a girl and not an adorable little man, you wouldn't kill her?
Would an Italian Italian chefs suddenly start making ramen just because they're both noodles? Don't be stupid. I have too much passion and conviction to cross that line. That's the absolute reality of the one and only.
We get it. You've clearly explained your hobby and your philosophy. But that's not all there is to it. It's a different matter entirely. When you're forced to kill in order to survive.
Quiet, lowly cur!
Lowly? Cur?
Yeah, you deserve that, Byakuya.
I would never kill for a reason as petty as mere survival. And if by some fluke I did kill to survive, why would I bother with the message and arrangement? It'd make me the obvious suspect!
That does make some amount of sense.
Plus, whatever reason I have for killing, I would never leave out my prized scissors. Who would go out of their way to use a big, stupid, heavy dumbbell?
Maybe you used the dumbbell because you couldn't find any scissors in the school?
Any scissors? I don't just use any scissors. I only use my own set of high-class, envy of the entire world scissors!
Okay, whatever. There still aren't any in the school.
So you think, Hero.
Are you sure about that? Da-da-da-da!
Exactly. She has them on her all the time.
She's fully equipped.
That's right! So I can kill anywhere, anytime. Why would I resort to dumbbells or rope when I have my trusty scissors by my side? Go ahead, tell me I'm wrong. You can't, can you? Gutter dogs, all of you.
She's just insulting everyone.
Not to mention, I have no clue how to tie a good knot. The rope's probably out of the question anyway.
I have no idea what's going on anymore. Could such a heinous villain really be innocent?
I think she is.
But the body really was suspended, right? And nobody but the police knew about that.
Yeah. That's why we figured it had to be the real deal and not some copycat killer or whatever.
Actually, hold on. There is one person. One person who could have copied the Genocide Jack case. Byakuya, because he knew everything about it.
Here's my answer. Byakuya, it's possible you could have found out, isn't it? You'd have no problem gaining access to classified government documents or internal police records. Plus, you'd already looked through the Genocide Jack file before this all happened, hadn't you?
Oh, he doesn't like being suspected.
Are you saying Mr. Togami did it?
Then the reason he pushed the theory of Genocide Jack being the killer so hard was because he wanted to pin the crime on her.
So, he rearranged the scene to disguise it and make it look like I put my stamp on it. The adorable glasses man was behind it all. Oh, I'm on fire!
Well, Byakuya, what's your response?
I see. So now the suspicion falls on me.
They sure do.
Then I must ask, when would you say I began acting suspicious? Surely you must have an answer.
Looking back and thinking about it now, the way you were acting right before we discovered the body was a little strange. You wanted to go to the girls' locker room right away, right? But since you're a guy...
I should have naturally thought of the boys' locker room first. Is that what you want to say? The victim was Chihiro, a girl. Hence why I said we should check the girls' locker room.
Nothing strange about that, I'd say.
On the contrary, there's something very strange.
Okay then, what's so strange about it? Go ahead, share with the rest of the class.
Oh, because no one else had discovered the body yet. How did you know it was Chihiro? I need to make it clear to everyone. Man, this game is super glitchy for some reason. Monokuma file number 2. Okay.
So, you said Byakuya was acting kind of weird before we found him.
I'm going to use this.
But he was acting weird... how?
If you're presented with the opportunity to check out the girls' locker room...
You absolutely take it! That's
No.
a natural reaction for any guy!
No, it's
The
not.
victim was Chihiro. So of course I would suggest we check the girls' locker room first. There was no time for pointless distractions. What's so strange about that?
You wish you'd taken me with you?
Okay.
So, you said Byakuya, but he was acting weak.
If you're presented with the opportunity to check, that's unnatural. The victim...
Yeah, it was... But how did you know that before we found the body?
I'll tell you what's so strange about that. Because up until we actually discovered the body, we couldn't have known who the victim was. So your claim that you went to the girls' locker room first because Chihiro was the victim doesn't hold up.
I see. That's a good answer, I must admit.
Indeed it is.
Interesting. Very interesting indeed. But your reasoning is still too weak.
Huh?
What's wrong? Is that it? Surely you've got more than that. Go ahead. Show us.
I will. What's with Byakuya's attitude? It's like he doesn't even care. I've got him cornered, and he's acting like it has nothing to do with
What's the
him.
matter? You're not finished already, are you? There must be more to it.
There is. I think.
There is more to it. Think about it. We just talked about the differences between this case and past Genocide Jack incidents. The proof you're looking for is hidden in there.
Oh? Proof that I'm the culprit, you mean?
The difference between the cases and other Genocide Jack murders is the evidence that proves Byakuya is responsible hidden in there? What could it be? Alright. Make your argument. Library desk lamp. Okay. Let's hear it first.
The difference between the cases? You want me to explain it? When I want to kill, I use my very own, and I use those same scissors to arrange the body.
But Chihiro was suspended with some kind of rope.
That's right. It absolutely. And there must be something very...
Hey, Byakuya,
Where'd you get it from?
I'd never
Seen that rope before?
You're wrong!
Actually, I'm pretty sure you have seen it before. Because, you see, that rope, or should I say,
Extension
that extension
cord.
cord?
What? An extension cord?
Byakuya, you've used the extension cord in the library more than once, haven't you? And the same extension cord that was in the library all this time went missing after the murder.
Oh. Interesting.
And there's no way someone who uses that extension cord as much as you do wouldn't discover that fact.
And Byakuya must be the one who took the extension cord. I can't imagine any other possibility.
That's really what you think? Then your conclusion is something like this? I killed Chihiro in the girls' locker room, then hung her up and wrote that bloody message. I intentionally made it look like Genocide Jack was behind it. Is that about right?
He's doing it again. He's totally calm, totally unconcerned. As if he's not even involved. Not even involved.
What's wrong? I asked you if you think that's what happened.
Hell yes, that's what happened.
I don't disagree with not disagreeing.
He kept calling this a game, right? So he'd be totally willing to do something like this to win.
Sorry, but could we... I think... I know, but there's something that's still bothering me.
Is that right? And what, pray tell, is still bothering you? I killed her in the girls' locker room, then disguised my crime. Specifically, I dressed it up to make it look like it was the work of a homicidal psychopath. What about all that bothers you?
Wait. What was that just now? Something's not right. Chihiro's body definitely found in the girls' locker room. But does that mean... Can I really just accept what Byakuya said as the truth? No, I don't think so. There's definitely something wrong. the scene of the crime.
You say you killed Chihiro in the girls' locker room, right? But are you sure about that? Isn't it possible that the murder took place somewhere else?
Yes.
How disappointing. What kind of question is that? She was found dead in the girls' locker. How could the scene of the crime have been...
Well, I think it's entirely possible that she was killed somewhere else, then carried there later, along with the rest of the murder scene.
The rest of the murder scene?
Mm-hmm. Oh, you're not too bright, are you, Byakuya?
That was awfully specific. Please tell me you have a reason for saying all of that.
I believe I do.
Hey, Byakuya, did I just take you off guard? Oh, you did! Then the story suddenly moved to the crime scene. Byakuya, who'd been so confident up until now, maybe Byakuya never even realized that the actual scene of the crime could have been somewhere else.
Don't just move on without permission! What do you mean she was killed somewhere else?
Come on, Makoto. If there's any chance the murder took place somewhere else, let's see the proof.
Evidence that shows the murder scene took place somewhere else. There was something that was switched. Oh, here it is. Yeah.
I got it! The proof that she was killed somewhere else is the poster that's hanging in each locker room.
Your proof is some posters?
The poster in the girls' locker room was a picture of a big-boobed supermodel. But don't you think that's kind of strange? Why would the girls' locker room have a poster like that?
I bet those massive jugs of hers were totally fake!
Meanwhile, the boys' locker room had a poster of the super popular boy band Tornado. Again, that doesn't really seem to belong in a boys' locker room.
So you're saying that maybe the posters were switched?
And there's one other thing I noticed about the locker rooms. You know what I'm talking about, right, Sakura?
You're referring to my protein coffee, aren't you?
Yes, indeed.
Protein coffee?
While I was in the girls' locker room earlier, I spilled some protein coffee on the carpet, but I noticed that after the murder, the stain had been totally scrubbed away.
No, that's not the stain was scrubbed away. It was moved. Yep, this one.
I got it! The stain on the girls' locker room carpet wasn't scrubbed away. In fact, I found it on the boys' locker room carpet.
That's definitely the stain from my protein coffee.
Indeed.
Then, does that mean that the carpets were switched too? But why would anyone do that?
To move the murder scene from one locker room to the other. It's certainly plausible, don't you think? In other words, in order to completely swap the scene of the crime, the blood-stained poster and carpet were moved along with the dead body. By doing this, the killer was able to change the entire room where the murder took place.
Ooh, Makoto's so smart.
I can certainly follow your reasoning, but why would the culprit bother doing that?
Huh?
Why would they go through all that trouble of switching the scene of the crime? Actually, an even bigger question. If the murder did take place in the boys' locker room, then how did Chihiro get in the boys' locker room in the first place? To get into the locker rooms, you have to swipe your e-handbook across the card reader device, but Chihiro's handbook should have only allowed her access to the girls' locker room. She had no way to get into the boys' locker room to begin with.
No, she did have a way, and I can tell you what it was.
I highly doubt that.
Shut up! I'm telling you, I know how she could have done it.
Oh, Hiro, what do you have to say? Is he right? Could Chihiro really have gotten into the boys' locker room somehow? Yeah, I think she did. Make your argument. Broken e-handbook. Yeah.
Is it really possible?
It is.
Chihiro really have done...
I got it! She must have hacked her e-handbook.
I don't think so.
Was the ultimate.
I'm sure that would have been...
No, I don't. She used the thing. Huh? What?
I'm talking about Leon's handbook.
No, it's wrong.
It's not Leon's handbook.
No, I don't think Chihiro used Leon's handbook. Because Leon's handbook was broken.
Oh. Well then, yeah, I guess that'd be pretty impossible, huh?
Yep.
I am struck silent by how quickly you gave up.
She's like, I am disturbed by your lack of face. If y'all don't get that, go look it up. It's funny.
Actually, the rule states that loaning your handbook is prohibited.
I hate it when it
It
skips
says
like that.
nothing about borrowing one. In other words, you could borrow a dead person's handbook all you want, and you'd be safe.
Indeed.
Yup, yup, yup. Hit the nail square on the noggin.
Of course, if it were broken, that wouldn't make any sense anyway.
So then, she must have hacked hers, like I said. She used her ultimate programmer skills and...
You can't fix an e-handbook. The instant you open one up, a security buzzer starts blaring.
Ooh, interesting.
So, if she didn't use Leon's handbook, and she didn't modify her own handbook...
Maybe Mr. Naegi's initial assumption is just... wrong?
I don't think so.
It seems like there's no way she could have got into the boys' locker room. So I guess so.
Okay
Nope.
then, I vote for Byakuya.
Taka, where'd you go? Is that it then? Chihiro was killed in the girls' locker room and Byakuya is the one who did it? Really? But still, I don't know what else I can do.
Hold on a second.
Kyoko, to the rescue!
I agree with you, though. I think you're on the right track.
What the... You finally decide to open your mouth and that's what you've got to say? There's no way she could get in the boys' locker room.
Why are you so sure she couldn't get in? There's still one other way she could have gained access.
What?
What are you talking about? What other way is there?
Well, to explain that, why don't we take a little break from the trial? I'd like you all to come see something.
Wait. Just what do you think you're doing?
Don't worry. This'll make the whole trial more exciting. I'm sure that thought must please you.
So we're leaving the trial and we're gonna come back?
Huh? It'll make things more exciting? Well, all right then. I declare an official class trial recess.
Interesting.
For real?
Now then, what is it you want to show us? It better not be boring or I'll be very unhappy.
Oh, I have no doubt it'll meet your lofty expectations. So, shall we go?
Where are we going, Kyoko? So before I even knew what was happening, the class trial had been put on hold. We headed off with Kyoko in the lead. And where she took us was... back to the scene of the crime.
The girls' locker room?
You've already searched this place top to bottom. What are you trying to pull, Missy?
I'd like you to examine the victim's body one more time.
One more time, eh? You want to check it again?
Be sure to examine the entire body very carefully. Take your time.
Examine her. No way!
It's probably best if I don't run my hands all over a girl's dead body. It's not that I'm creeped out or anything, it's just... based on religious grounds, you know?
I'm sure it is, Hero.
Very well. I'll do it.
But you're a girl. You shouldn't have to touch a dead body. Just let one of the boys do it.
No, it's okay. I think Chihiro would rather have a girl examine her.
Oh dear. Oh, maybe Sakura is right.
So just leave this to me.
Sakura. What is this? Some kind of secret girl-on-girl action? Is that what you two are about? That's not it at all. Stop screwing around.
Okay, here I go. I'm sorry, Chihiro. Please excuse the intrusion.
Putting her hands together in a brief prayer, Sakura then began to quietly examine her
Be
body.
sure to check her entire body, and I believe we will solve this particular mystery.
Her entire body? I know you say that, but... What? This is... What is this...
Oh my god, Sakura!
What is it? Not possible. It's not possible.
Sakura's eyes were staring wildly at Chihiro's lifeless form. Her massive frame trembled.
This girl is
what?
a boy.
Is a boy.
Ah, I see. So she was actually a he. Interesting. Thank you for confirming this fact.
What? You're joking, right?
I wouldn't joke about this.
Then, it's really true?
Oh my god. Chihiro is a boy.
Chihiro was a guy?
Oh, what? You guys didn't know? Heck, I knew that right off the bat. Chihiro Fujisaki was totally a guy.
Oh dear.
He was a cross-dresser? Oh, I was really on fire! I wish I had killed him!
So that's what Kyoko wanted to show everyone, huh? Interesting. Yes, that certainly does make things much more exciting. Now let's ride this wave of excitement back to the courtroom and get back to the trial.
Poor Sakura had to see that. Alright everyone, that's where I'm going to end the first part of the second class trial right here. We had some pretty interesting twists and turns in that one. Again, I'm so sorry that it is glitchy. I'm not exactly sure what was happening. I think maybe my computer needed an update or something. I'm not sure. Hopefully in the next part it won't be quite so glitchy. So thank you all so much for watching. If you like what you saw, please like, comment, share, and subscribe for more content just like this. I do enjoy this game, and I hope to see you all in the next part where we see who Chihiro's killer is. So again, thanks so much. I'll see you all next time. Bye!